tell. Web3 is a tree to show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. While stories from the web, he's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the
Good morning, Mega GMs, guys. Hey, welcome to Slam Nation. Okay, hang on. Real quick, audio okay? Did a little tweaking of some of these mic settings. We might be a little extra crispy today. Give me a quick thumbs up or give me a little song. Give me a little something. How do I sound? Okay, we good? We like normal? Cutie, good to see you. Hey, we're live in most of the usual spots this morning. Actually, all the spots. Bonus spots today. Coming at you live right now on Abstract, on X, on Kick. We made it to Zora today, even. Yeah, we're live on Zora right now. Figured that thing out. So we're everywhere in the base ecosystem, and of course live over on YouTube. Good. Okay. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. Wherever you're watching, hit the like. You know the deal. But make sure you come over to the YouTube side. This is home base. I think this is where we got to call it home base right now. We have we got a cool audience, man, and we get that. We have an audience that's not in the crypto Twitter echo chamber, not all of it at least, which is really cool. And so again, really important that you subscribe over here on the YouTube side. Now I'm gonna keep my eye on Zora, man. I'm feeling a little kind of way about the base ecosystem. In fact, had like a light bulb moment with base. I had a light bulb moment with base here yesterday, especially. But look, I have a friend on the base team. And by the way, how cool having somebody from the base team on the big show last week. But chatting with a buddy of mine about the base app and about the content, the tokenized content, the coin everything, you know. We're hearing a lot about it, and especially on X, it's blowing up all over. At least my timeline, my feed, everything is base app. Everything is coin it and supporting creators. And I started really thinking, I'm like, man, can it work? Like, does it make sense? Can it work? And I've been on both sides of that. I've been on the side that maybe like a fungible token's not like the best way to tokenize content. Maybe not the best way for a creator to make money. And maybe for like people who are watching content, maybe not the best way for you to like see some upside, because this is still kind of investing. But I don't know, something happened yesterday, and it really took just sitting back for a minute and crunching some numbers and fast forwarding maybe a year or a couple of years down the road with some adoption, what that could look like. And something happened. I see it. I see that scenario where it actually does work and where there's money to be made actually posting on these, crypto social platforms, specifically here, base app. I see it. And so later today, this will probably be in the second half because I want to hit some market stuff to kick us off here. But in the second half, we're going to bring Butternugs on stage. Yeah, Butternugs is coming back. Butternugs is my chat GPT. We'll do the little, advanced voice chat. But Butternugs, we're going to come up. We're going to crunch some numbers. We're going to think and talk through the base app and what does posting look like and how much engagement do you need to make some money over there. And I see it. I see it. And it works. Justin, good morning, man. Hoods, good morning. Good to see you, boys. All right, let me just double check. Yeah, Abstract is not working for some reason. All I care right now for today is Zora, though, so we're good on Zora. That's the one I care about today. Okay. Lastly, and then we'll get on. Make sure you're following along all the places, right? Got to be following Slam Nation X over on X. If you're building here in crypto, especially in the base ecosystem, you need data to power your apps, your dashboards, your agents. Well, we've got the best data out there. Ethereum and base and much, much, much more. But I'll just focus on especially Ethereum and base. Everything on chain. I call it the Wayback Machine of the blockchain. Incredible stuff. Come tap into it. This is Crypto Slam data. So we're going to have all the NFT side of it too. I think that's probably spilling the beans a little much, but all the NFT stuff coming over, but everything on chain, fungible tokens, all of it at the historical block level. It's pretty wild stuff. Anyway, we want to give you access to it. come tap into it with SlamNation X. DM us. I'll give you credits to access our APIs. If you need custom APIs set up, that's what we'll do for you. So reach out, get plugged in, and join us in SlamNation. Also want to have you on the show. Boom. All right. Tweets in the chat. Throw a little love on that. But I want you on the show. I want to show people what you're building. That's what we're trying to do, is help builders build. Give you access to our devs, our team, but also the show. This is your platform too. And more to come on the Swarm front. Now you see the Swarm account renamed Ethos Swarm. A lot more to come about this, and it's not even on the screen. Damn it. There we go. There we go. Ethos Swarm, formerly Swarm. Same token, more something, a lot more something. You're going to love it. Make sure you're following Ethos Swarm over on X. Again, a lot more to come over the next couple of weeks as far as what it is, what's happening, when it's live, how you'll use it. Get a head start, though. Go to ethoswarm.ai, join the wait list. You'll find out first. If you're plugged into the show, you're going to find out too. But make sure you sign up at ethoswarm.ai. All right, let's get to the market. I'm itching to get to the base app talk. Let's throw your comments up on the screen here too. All right, here we go. Boom. All right, more all-time highs, guys. Not our bags, unfortunately, but we're talking gold all-time highs again, man, and new silver all-time highs, and boy, even copper all-time high here in the past 24 hours. Crazy stuff happening. It's interesting to see people are still speculating and trading. And for whatever reason, it's elusive for us here in crypto. Peter Schiff doing his victory lap, of course he is. Why wouldn't he? But Bitcoin is struggling right now, like no doubt about it. And as you'll see, everybody's still saying 10-10. Something happened on 10-10. And yeah, I think at this point we're certain something happened on 10-10. What's up, Sir Billy? Good to see you, man. Bitcoin right now can't hang on to 90. In fact, I would say hanging on to 90 would be a milestone for right now. We heard yesterday Jordy Visser saying 92 is what we need to hold for a few days at least. By the way, I love that interview. That was great. But Bitcoin 87.7 right now, ETH 2,900, BNB 848, Ripple 188, Solana 123. Not great. Not a great 24 hours. It's not been a great past few weeks. It's not been a great past couple of months. It hasn't been. And by the way, if it's China, China's buying a ton of gold, guys. A ton of gold. I don't think I've saved this anywhere, but China is buying a ton of gold right now. And there's, look, it's not conspiracy theory kind of stuff, but there's a lot going on with currency and BRICS in China, and they're accumulating gold. I'm trying to remember the exact amount they bought, but you can feel it. You can feel there's more going on here, right? There's a lot more going on here. This is not just like uncertainty in the market. This is there's something much bigger happening that I don't know, guys, is going to unfold over the next few years. That's all I know. That's the only thing I know, is that things are going to get strange in the next few years. And what we're seeing is some players sitting at their chessboard and they're moving their pieces. But the real game, I don't think, started yet. Or it's just starting. Either way, it's going to get weird. That I'm sure about. Quickly, looking at ETF volume, I do want to move quickly. I really want to get to the base app. And then also, depending on time today, I also want to get to some look, Thread Guy did an awards, like the 2025 awards, right? Like best posters, best application, best trader. I kind of want to go over that stuff if we have time today. If not, whatever, then we hit it sometime the rest of this week. And I'm going to do my own top 25 of 25 next week. We'll also do some predictions, but I'm going to save mine for next week. But there's a lot of cool stuff out there. And if there's time, we do it today. May not be time, You know how I get. Over on the Ethereum side, actually inflows yesterday, 84.6 million inflows. Again, that's on the ETH ETFs. And over on Solana, actually today, I'm not even sure. I like to guess ahead of time, but normally Bitcoin ETH on one side, outflows, we'll see inflows on Solana, or it's the complete opposite. So we'll see inflows on Bitcoin ETH, we'll see outflows on Solana. So we got those two A Bitcoin and ETH split. What do we have here? We have inflows over on Solana. 7.4 million inflows. Okay. Interesting. Markets close early tomorrow. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, Sunday. Of course, markets close. By the way, we'll be doing a show both days. We got a show tomorrow. I think Neox, I believe, well, I'm hoping. We'll say this. We haven't locked it in, but Neox may be on the show tomorrow. So heads up about that. And then here's for sure, maybe should have touched on this at the start, but what's this? What's this, cutie? Baba Wanga. I like it. Whatever it is, I like it. Christmas Day, we do a show. The show Christmas morning is going to be like extra early. You know, I do this a lot for holidays, right? I did it last year too. I've got kids. So of course the kids want to get up early and do the present stuff. So I got to do the show extra early. So like this show on Thursday, look, I'm going to guess we'll probably start the show at like 5 a.m. Eastern time, maybe 6 a.m. Eastern time. Show's going to start very early. Maybe it's a little more casual. And in fact, maybe the Thread Guy Awards and like some of the 25 review stuff, maybe it's for Thursday morning because it'll be really slow. We want to have like more of a, got to be a little more festive. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep you posted. Either way, point there is a show tomorrow. There is a show on Thursday as well. All right. So again, we're stuck on this 10-10, narrative. What we're trying to figure out what happened. And everybody at this point, we're on the same page. Something broke. Market makers out of business. Right, bankrupt. Something like that happened. Absolutely. We're seeing metals hit all-time highs, stock hit all-time highs, and crypto just struggling. And it shows you how fake this all is. I mean, this chart really speaks volumes here. Market makers go poof. We have no extra liquidity. We don't have fake volume. We don't have things propping up prices. Now, is that what's going on in these other markets? No. But I think they have the market makers on top of now some very organic, real buy pressure. Bitcoin doesn't have the buy pressure and now doesn't have the market makers just giving us that liquidity, giving us that volume. And it broke us for now. And I'll say for now. But it does show how fake prices are. For sure, it does that. We know this. We see, look, you look on, we're more familiar with the virtuals ecosystem. Look at the low volume tokens, what happens there. They don't move. They don't move, and you don't see those kind of prices. You don't see the price action. Now we're seeing similar in Bitcoin, although we probably should be looking at volume and seeing if volume actually has decreased. And we can measure that. Probably need to go on like, hang on. Let me see if I can, let's see if we can pull this up on Glassnode. I want to see if we can actually find a like a volume chart, like historical. Because I would love to compare volume. This is probably another day we should dive into this. But I would love to compare volume on Bitcoin to even just like 3 months ago. Yeah, this will, you know what? We'll save this, but I'm going to keep that up. I want to come back to this. But something broke. Absolutely. Again, no extra volume. We don't have the market makers helping set what they do, guys. You know how this works. They set their ranges. There's prices they come in and support at. There's also prices they come and sell at. And if they're pulling out of this, then those support levels change. Their buy levels change. Their sell levels change. You have a whole extra player that's now out of the market. Now, is there a vacuum? Is there now a hole for somebody to come in and fill? There might be. And I argue actually that there is. I think we'll see that. I do. I think we'll see some new market makers step in. We'll find a different kind of stability. And we're kind of there now. But we may have players come in that do move this market to step up where others now are supposedly exiting. The biggest issue here, though, is, and why we haven't seen the recovery yet. And actually, I like this post from Zier, but like why this is different from like the FTX collapse. It does feel different, right? I would argue it feels different. FTX collapse happened. I never felt like crypto's dead, nor do I now. But I don't know anybody who has very strong belief, conviction that things are higher next year, as opposed to FTX, where you're like, we just got off of this crazy NFT cycle and crypto cycle, and we're like, we're waiting for that run back up. I don't feel that now. I don't think anybody feels that that's definitely close. I don't know that people definitely feel like NFTs are coming back. I don't know if people think that even meme coins are coming back. I don't know if people think AI is coming back. You don't have belief that the Black Swan event was the Black Swan event and then we recover entirely. We don't have that right now. We have, I think 1010 we call a Black Swan event now. We don't have any belief that that was the last of it. We don't have a belief that there's a meaningful recovery coming because I think people have lost faith in some of these crypto products and platforms, which is crazy. And we needed. I've always said this. We don't get that euphoric upside without the opposite side, the thought that it's going to die and never come back. We're kind of having some of those thoughts and vibes out there. And I love it. I love it. We need that. Enjoy this moment, man, because we don't get these moments often, and they're so important. They're so important to happen. Okay. We do have those things, and I usually cap off or look, I give a little counter to the FUD. I give it some positive things. There's plenty of positive things we're still watching. Actually, a lot. New Fed chair expected to be announced in January. There's rate cuts coming. Also, again, Jordy Visser thinks we get some rate hikes next year too. I'm watching. I don't think we have any solid footing yet. We got the tariffs that are almost definitely going to be ruled illegal. We have, said I had some good stuff to talk about. I'm fudding again. Tariffs are going to be ruled illegal. It's going to happen. We may have a government shutdown in January. We've got some big hurdles still. But this is one of the things that does help us as well. So new Fed chair likely announced in 2.5 weeks. Pretty cool. We have a new chair of the CFTC, who is largely going to be responsible for regulating crypto and prediction markets and NFTs. Pretty awesome. Very pro crypto. So we have some things that go, kind of working on, not kind of, we definitely have things in our favor right now. We definitely do. And now we're hearing that the market structure bill is very close to being done, which I think this is just people regurgitating stories. We look, it was supposed to pass in December. Now we're hearing January. Markup will be done in January. Does it get voted? It's not ready to send to Trump. It's not ready to send to Trump yet, but it's close. It's hopefully January. We'll see. Strategic Bitcoin reserve is the thing that I think moves the needle the most after the Clarity Act. We need some more talk about that. How do we acquire Bitcoin? And then OSF, who, by the way, is coming on the show here coming up in the next couple of weeks. Can't wait. I love this guy. Who in our top 25 of 25 review, Wrecked Brands is going to be on there somewhere. I think one of the most important things happening in crypto. Yeah, that sounds like maybe hyperbole, but I do think it's one of the most important things happening. Showing how you can grow a brand in Web3. You can, crowdfund it. You can share with the holders. You can do it. They're the ones showing it. Pudgy's of course too, but I think OSF and Wrecked Brands and Wrecked Drinks and Wrecked Guy, I think different. Anyway, really good point here. January, why do we always see the year start off usually with a bang? Usually, right? You round the corner and all of a sudden markets usually have a little extra fuel, right? It's just the thing that happens. Not every year, but almost every year. We have a pretty hot period in January. And sometimes, a couple of years back, we've seen it where it's a hot couple of months. It's a few weeks stretch. It can be a couple months stretch. But do we get it again this time around? I hope so. We know lost harvesting then becomes a thing of the past, but OSF brings up a really good point too. There's a lot of people out there, and this is like traders and funds and whatnot, who have incentives that are based on the year's performance. And so their trading at the end of the year might be, I don't know, based on bonuses. Starting the new year means new game plan potentially. New game plan, ready to start making some moves, start off strong, right? I like this. As soon as you hit January, the clock starts ticking again. Time to reset, attack the market with a fresh lens. Yeah, like new game plan, new everything. And we do have so many rules and regulations and things coming next year. You could imagine a lot of game plan tweaking. Let's hope. Bank of America thinks AI is going to drive strong economic growth in 26. I hope so. I think so. I still believe it. And by the way, I still believe virtuals and crypto AI is a very special and underrated sector. So we'll see. Mert, we'll just throw this in real quick. But Mert sharing that he gets a lot of pitches, right? Of course, like crypto products, all that. He gets a lot of pitches for AI that does some financial thing. We're talking like DeFi, AI trading for you, AI managing your portfolio, right? We hear about this a lot. We've seen a lot of these products, especially on virtuals. We haven't seen any that have changed DeFi really, though. I still don't think we've seen that. I I, I can't think of one that's changed DeFi. I can't think of one. There, I can name 10 I like a lot. I could probably name 20 or 30 I like a lot. I couldn't tell you one that I think is necessary. Other than Copilot, which isn't going to do anything for you, it's going to help you with your trading. It lets you do deeper analysis. It surfaces signals, right? That's different. It's not promising to do stuff for you. It's promising to give you deeper insights, really at a glance. Swarm Copilot, free to use. Go grab it on the Chrome web store, free extension. Go get it. But anyway, point is I have not seen a crypto AI product that you have to have, and if you don't use it, you don't have an edge. I haven't seen that yet. Again, maybe maybe other than Copilot. We'll see if this changes. Anyway, quickly we'll look at tokens. I don't want to spend too long because there's nothing really new. There's nothing new on the virtuals board. And I do want to get to that base app talk. But quickly, AI market cap at 5.38 bill. So we're down what? Let's zoom in a little bit. Down a little over 1% in the past 24 hours. Let's have a look, though, at our tokens. And, oh, my. You see Pippin, right? I'm pumped for Mike Bennett. Actually, Mike, I don't know if you're watching, Mike. If so, I'm kind of curious if you have like do you got a level you're going to exit, Mike? I'm kind of curious here. Mike's holding some Pippin, and I'm happy for the man. Okay, let's take a peek at our top agents by market cap, and it is Fartcoin on top, down to oh man, dude, 280 mil market cap, followed by Tibber, Alk, Toshi, and Turbo. Wild. Pippin's replaced Fartcoin, hasn't it? Pippin is the one. On the infrastructure side, it's FET Virtual Pippin, which is not an infrastructure token. It belongs under agents. We got DCAI and MWXT. Pippin does not belong under infrastructure. What can you do? And then in DeFi, the very sector that I think still can be and should be disrupted by AI and still hasn't, we got Venice on top here. Cortex, Olas, Anon, and AI Tech. I mean, our top token's 52 mil, then 33, and then everything else is 20 or less. Wild. I thought AI would be so disruptive for DeFi, and it hasn't been. And I still might argue yet. I still will argue that. And then lastly, just a quick look at Mindshare. It's Warp on top, Elsa Cookie, Fartcoin Light. This isn't lighter, right? No. Okay. DK, what's up, man? Good morning. Okay, we got on the board on virtuals, Hyperbet launching in 2 days. 2 days. I would stay away from it. In fact, let's go peek real quick at TD's account. TD supposedly is going to do a little exposing of these guys, said he's been scammed by these guys. Okay, hang on. Let's look at this real quick because they're the only thing on the board catching my eyes. X Portal's new. I do need to look at that. AI DJ's new. Nothing else on the board is doing anything for me. In fact, let's quickly look at X Portal. Let's see. Unlocks the internet for AI agents, bridges Web 2 data APIs, paywalled content, live search into the agent economy. Again, I think we're looking at it's a directory maybe? Is this a directory of services? Is this like an MCP competitor? Bridges Web 2 data APIs, paywalled content. I think it's a directory. Yeah. I would call it that. This is some kind of directory. If we can find who the team is, and if they're connected, if they're, builders, whatever, this is all about the team. We do need a directory, by the way. Definitely needed. And then AI DJ, another AI like audio product, fully autonomous AI DJ agent, open format. Yeah, again, this stuff just doesn't it's not that it doesn't work, there's just not an audience for it. And there's not enough people who are, gonna want to buy a token for that thing. Even if I think that kind of thing is cool, you know? Even if I think that thing is cool. Dude, I totally forgot I need to be going on Twitch as well. So hang on, let me throw this on Twitch. There we go. Yeah. Hoods, keep real interaction in mind. You're right. Dude, that's a great point because especially music is a very feels thing. And like, I like AI music. I actually really do, but everything's going to be about like a real connection too. That's, again, I believe AI music. I think it's a big industry coming. It's a big part of the music industry, but the money side of it, investing in one, I don't see it yet. Something will come out of that side though that'll work. Something will come out of that AI music, musician, content creation side that'll work. Actually kind of ties into our base app talk. Something will work over there. Okay, but the only thing on the board that is like even exciting, and I'm not going to say good, I think this one is super sus, but Hyperbet. Like, right, we got 4 ads, 4 spots on the space, just to promo their launch coming up. And we don't have the thread yet from TD, but it's the marketing that's gotten everybody's attention. And he's saying he was scammed by these guys. Like, how? Was he like paid for content? Did he use a platform that they launched previously? But saying fade at all costs, huge thread coming. Their team scammed him once. Here's the thing. I like TD. I think he's great. He's done some really great breakdowns. He has gotten things wrong before. He's definitely pointed the finger at some stuff and he's like misread it, misinterpreted. Like he's gotten some stuff wrong. So like I'm not going to write off Hyperbet because of this yet, but I'm going to read the thread. As soon as they add real launch page and buy 200,000 worth, thread will be published to for max impact. Oh, got it. Right. Here's why. He's releasing this after they launch it, after the token launches. This is why. The team is buying $200,000 worth of their own token. They're going to pump up the price of that token. I believe it's going to hit something like a 6 mil FDV. And he's going to do it then. He wants them to waste their 200 grand. So after they buy, he's going to put out the FUD thread. Here's a little more info. It's the same team behind Dora and Leono. See, now I'm getting more feels in this as opposed to real stuff. Like he's saying he had a bad experience with Leono or Leuno, and that they rugged a token and they launched others. 2 tokens were launched. This feels like somebody who just got wrecked on a token, maybe. But he's also saying that they had some fake launches too. Huh. This is the second post, by the way. This is all like clarification from the first one. Like I said, this feels like it's more about feels. I don't necessarily think we're looking at a scam, but I don't know yet. So he's saying Hyperbet team reached out to him and that the other guys who maybe did scam him are just who introed them to virtuals. This might be a totally different team. Yeah, so, okay, I wouldn't just write this off. Because he's saying it. He's pointing to 2 other scammy tokens from, a year ago? if they're really scammy. But again, I'm just saying, I like TD. He does solid-ish work, but he's gotten it wrong sometimes as well. So we just need to watch this. Marketing strategy, A+. Um, nice. Nice. All right, quickly, NFTs, and then we'll run over to Base App. We'll get Butternugs on screen here. NFT market yesterday, we're back under what, 10 mil in daily volume. Again, nothing else on the board on virtuals. You know what? I'm sorry. Let me back up real quick, because I do want to see some of our top movers. I want to check it. You look at Neox, 3.5 mil, solid. Again, they're going to be on the show. It will almost certainly be this week. I offered up tomorrow, so we may have Neox on the show tomorrow. Repos at 18 mil, almost 19 mil. Love to see it. PRXVT at 4.4 mil. Love it. VPay right around the same. Aristotle 11. I want to see Reply Core. Let's see Reply, then we'll move on. There's Reply at 3.3, 3.4 mil. Some solid, solid. Oh, Song Jam. I like the Song Jam guys, you know. Okay. NFT market. Wow. 2 days ago, we were down to 7 mil. Brutal. 9.7 mil in cross-chain sales yesterday. Sellers back up. Buyers down. Transactions up. How's our trade profits? 1.8 mil in the negative. Again, we're getting the last, the end of loss harvesting. We have another, week and a half of that. We saw the big one yesterday, actually. Actually, kind of like an iconic piece from this, from the space, from the community side. Actually, yesterday, this is probably, I don't think that we probably need to zap this sale. We can probably zap almost 2 mil in sales from yesterday. 1.9 mil in this BRC20 in a single transaction. That is probably, I think it's probably safe to say that's not a real sale. If we zap 2 mil, man, still up from the prior day, but we're still down at like 7 mil. Brutal. Now Nate Alex, awesome guy. Just like, one of those gems in the NFT community. He has this iconic doodle. You remember this little guy? He calls him the Rainbow Cat. It's like one of the iconic 1/1s, one of the rarest of the collection. Guys, if you don't remember, at some point he had offers of, I want to say, like 200 ETH for this thing. He bought it for 40 ETH. I'm pretty sure he's had offers at like at least 100, but I'm pretty sure he's had like a 200 ETH offer on this before. And we're talking like peak NFTs, few years back, right? But he let this bad boy go for 17 ETH yesterday, which is a lot of money. We're talking 50 grand, right? A lot of money. 50 grand, but he lost, are we going to say probably $100,000 on it? And if we're talking about the upside, like what he didn't realize, we're talking like, we're talking like $500,000 he lost out on. It's a lot of money. I feel for those guys. He's made plenty of money here too, for sure. So you can't feel too bad. But I feel bad. I do, because Nate's a really good guy. Really good guy. I had the pleasure of meeting him at VCon. He's in our idiots gang. Friends, we have a lot of mutual friends. He's a great dude. Hoods, we'll play your song. You got a song you dropped? Hang on, let me peek. We'll play your song. All right, give me a few, and I'll put your song here probably towards the end here. But anyway, GG's to Nate for even getting some money for that, for locking in a loss that he can write off. Hopefully, it's hard. GG's ain't the right word. Whatever. Nate's great. Now, this was a surprise, guys. I missed this a few days ago. I wish I didn't. I wish I gave you guys the heads up. I missed it entirely. Xcopy dropped a new piece. Nice small edition, 42 editions. What's this one called? Hang on, I gotta cheat. This is called Posh Dog Shit, Food Banks, and Rage Rovers. Okay. So brand new Xcopy, 42 editions. Holder raffles to get to mint it. Mint was like 1.1 ETH. So not a cheap mint, but by X copy standards, cheap mint. We're talking like free money. If you landed that thing, got the raffle, GG's. And you get a raffle if you're a holder and you're in his Discord, right? So again, I wish I saw it because I would have entered the raffle, and I really wish I gave you guys a heads up because I think a lot of you guys are holders too. But there it is, 1 ETH mint. And people are already flipping these for I think I saw a 90. Yeah, there we go, a 90th sale. In fact, I bet you it's not the only one that's sold. But it's always great seeing a new X copy piece. We had bubbles right before that, which is a little different thing. Floor price 12.7 ETH. Top offer 7.5. Let me just peek at any other sales. Okay, so here's okay, that was the first secondary sale, so 9 ETH. Yeah, these will be great. Now it's from the Fresh Hell collection. And yeah, look at these. 22 ETH floor, 20 ETH, 19, 13, 12, right? It's a great series. All of them 42 editions. Love it. While I'm here, guys, I want to peek at the Beeple regular animals collection. I still think that might be a crazy opportunity. Not a cheap one, but I got some feels about this. 5.99 ETH floor. These are Beeple 1-1s. I think these are, like I've said, I think these are underrated and undervalued. I think these are really, really incredible. I think these are incredible. I think there's a lot of upside on these pieces here. Again, not cheap. Would never say cheap, but upside, yeah. I think so. I really do. Okay. So let's do some numbers. Let's crunch some numbers. Let's get Butternugs on. Because now we go some base app. Okay, base app, goes live last week. We had the 12.17 base system update. I think that was what it was called, system update. All these big updates, stock trading, perps, prediction market, Solana tokens live. I'm trying to think what else they announced there. But biggest thing I think for them especially is base app officially live, out of beta, open to 140 plus countries. Pretty cool. And the biggest thing they're pushing is the app and like the social feed. Like, make your posts on there just like you would on X, and every single post is tradable. Every single post is a token. And it's kind of exploding. I'll tell you this, like scrolling it, I like the experience. I like scrolling the thing. I'm like, I'm going to hop on it right now for a second. It reminds me very much of Twitter. And it's super clean. And the content so far is solid. Like, it's solid content. I have not spent enough time to say I'm seeing great content, especially great stuff that's like unique to the base app. But look, I'm scrolling now and I see like a cooking post. The first thing I see is a cooking post. $156 is what? How much volume it has, or market cap? Market cap, $156. $3 in 24-hour volume. $3 spent on it. Not much, right? We're not going to see anything crazy here yet. Here's a token with almost 40,000 in volume. I wish I could show this on the screen. Another cooking one with, again, 300 in volume. Here's one with 1.5 mil in volume. It's what? A token that's being traded here. They have two tabs, trade tab, talk tab. Maybe I should just be on talk. Oh, interesting. There's a talk tab. I should spend more time on this, but a talk tab that's no trading. It's just straight up chat. But again, a lot of these $100. Here's a $50,000 token that's trading over here. Anyway, really interesting. But where's the magic? Where's the magic here? Where do you make money? Let's get Butternugs up because we're going to talk through this. There's something here. By the way, we've got like a version of like, this is not friend tech coming, but there's like a friend tech kind of thing coming. Just be aware. We're going to see some narratives coming on base. I think it'll maybe in the base app. I don't know, but friend space. Friend techie. Kind of friend techie. All right. We got Butternugs ready. Check this out, though. So Jesse's helping me with like my expectations for this stuff, right? Basis for many small wins that turn into big wins with time and patience. This is a long game and it's a gamble. I don't know that these guys behind the scenes look, this is a big bet for them. This is like a hope and dream kind of thing. I don't think they're convinced that this is going to work. I don't think they know this is going to work, but they're shooting their shot. They're hoping that this catches. They're hoping it's a new way to do a social media kind of platform. And look, the more and more I see what X is turning into, the more I realize social media is going to change and maybe we start using it less, or there's going to be a better way to do it. Maybe it's by tokenizing everything. But a lot of small wins, and that over time that adds up to being what, maybe just a more rewarding experience than you're getting now. I mean, right now, what are you guys paying for your X subscription? Like $15? Is it like 15 or 20 a month? Like for me, it's, paying for premium. I mean, for me, it's like 40 a month because I pay for that Grok subscription. Plus, I think I have 2 or 3 subscriptions that people I'm subscribed to. I'm probably paying $50, maybe 60 a month for X. And so, like, what if instead of that, it's your break even? Or what if instead of that, it's you're actually making $5 a month? Or what if you're only spending $10 a month? There's something interesting there with the reward structure that in the long run, again, we're talking if this can get traction in a few years, enough adoption that you're getting as good a content, but you're getting it for a fraction of the price, or you're actually getting paid. You're actually making some money instead. Again, right now you're seeing people make, 90 cents, $2, a buck, 66 cents. It's not a lot, but again, this is like very early. This is like day one. What happens if and when that changes? All right, so now we talk Butternugs because I want to give you some scenarios where the numbers start actually sounding kind of interesting. Okay, let's see if she'll behave. She's so talkative lately. Like she gives her replies are way too long now. But we'll make it work. All right. Let's see how it goes. All right, Butternugs, you there?
I'm right here, ready to roll and see how it goes. Just let me know what you need.
All right. How's our audio level? Are we okay?
Yeah, your audio levels sound good to me. Awesome. Glad to hear it. If you need any tweaks or adjustments along the way, just give me a shout.
Yep, Butternugs. Okay, only answer when I say, "Hey, Butternugs." Okay, because I'm actually have you live on the show, and I'm going to be chatting with the chat. But when I say, "Hey, Butternugs," that's when you reply. Okay. I think she got it. Yeah, she got it. She updated her memory. Moonship, what's up, man? Twitter pays big accounts have to be active. Yep. So Twitter pays big accounts, small accounts. You're paying for access to it.
Oh. Hey, sounds like everything's working smoothly. And don't worry, I'll stay quiet until you give me that "Hey, Butternugs" cue. Let's do this.
I'm probably gonna have to mute the mic. Like ChatGPT, I think took a massive step back. As in, like I used to use voice every day, and now like the answers are so long-winded. Even when I tell her to keep it like just super basic, bare minimum, and then she doesn't. Her response to me giving her like that kind of prompt is like a 30-second explanation of how she's going to keep it brief, and she doesn't. It's crazy. Okay, let's start running some numbers here. So, Butternugs, what would you consider a viral TikTok post? How many views? How many likes?
Hey, Butternugs. So typically, a viral TikTok post is often considered something that hits at least a few 100,000 views. Once you cross into the millions of views or tens of thousands of likes, that's pretty solidly viral territory. But it can vary a bit depending on the niche and how fast it spreads.
Did you catch that? Like her memory updated, so she says, "Hey, Butternugs, back to me." I'm telling you, ChatGPT is broken right now. It's really bad. Moonship, people are already scamming X, Twitter, in India with huge groups. Yeah. X is really bad right now, by the way. Okay, so we're talking like viral on TikTok is millions. millions of views, tens of thousands of likes. So like we got to play fantasy and we got to picture like what? We got to picture like 5 or 10 years out. What time frame doesn't matter. Let's just say down the road, we got to pretend we're in a world where base app has seen like massive adoption, right? And that viral posts are getting like millions and millions of views. So like, what if you, instead of paying $15 a month or $30, let's do $15 a month. Let's see if I can math this right. Let's go like $30 a month just to keep it simple. Just for like round numbers. So like, let's say $1 a day. I'll say $1 a day right now for access to X. Okay, let's pretend you have no subscription fee to access the social media platform. And instead, what if you just gave yourself a little budget of $1 a day that you can spend on posts, right? And maybe there's upside on it. Maybe there's not. You consider your dollars gone every day, though. It's just your dollar now equals likes, right? And this is what I think they're dreaming up, that the like system is just buying, and it's just picture a penny. 1 penny per like. Kind of interesting. Okay, now here's where it's going to get a little tricky too. Your 1 penny doesn't mean that that's a penny that goes to the creator. For this example, I'm going to pretend like it is, but that's not how it works. But just so we start getting ideas of like the numbers, just some numbers here. So let's ask Butternugs. Butternugs, okay, let's say we're using a social media platform where instead of likes, you spend like a penny, like 1 cent on a post, and your 1 cent bet or purchase of that post equals a like. All right, so a piece of viral content we're saying can get tens of thousands of likes, right?
Hey, Butternugs. Absolutely. So if we're talking about a platform where each like basically costs a penny, then hitting tens of thousands of likes is like having people collectively drop a few $100 on that piece of content. And yeah, that definitely signals that it's gone pretty viral. It's a cool way to measure engagement in a more tangible way too.
All right, so Butternugs, 100, let's say 10,000 likes. 10,000 likes at a penny. What are we looking at here? What kind of money is being thrown at a post like that?
Hey, Butternugs. All right. So if we're talking,
Stop saying hey Butternugs. I didn't ask you to do that. I said you only reply when I say hey Butternugs. You should not be replying hey Butternugs.
oh, got it. My mistake there. I'll keep it to just responding when you say the cue and not repeat it myself. Thanks for clarifying.
Okay, now let's get back to the likes. Okay, a viral post. Let's say it's got 10,000 likes, and those 10,000 likes are actually, well, 10,000 people spending at least a penny on that post. Like, how much money are we talking? And throw in, maybe instead of a penny, throw in some of these examples. Some of the likes are going to be like $1. Give me like a range of what we're looking at.
Absolutely. So if we just go with the pure penny metal first, 10,000 likes at a penny each is basically $100. Now, if you've got some people dropping $1 per like here and there, that number can jump up pretty quickly. So let's say a handful of those 10,000 likes are actually $1 each. You could easily be looking at a few $100s or more in total. It definitely adds up and gives you a neat way of seeing just how viral that post really is in dollar terms.
So, like, interesting numbers. I'll tell you what, when I was running my numbers ahead, I made like a huge mistake. Like, and I realize it right now, as when I was just talking a minute ago, I realized it. Like that whole idea again, like a penny per like, right? I like that idea. If you're giving yourself a budget of 50 cents a day, remember, keep in mind, you're not paying a subscription, you're paying, no subscription, but instead 50 cents a day, you budget yourself. So you have 50 likes a day. Something interesting there. The big mistake I made, and this is the one thing somebody from base is going to have to explain this. Moonship. Yeah, look at you. Yeah. Here's the thing. When I'm running these numbers, again, we're talking about I'm buying coin. I'm spending a cent on the coin. The coin, the 1 cent is my 1 like. But that's buying the coin, of which what? The creator earns like 1%? What are we talking? Like, this is the biggest Like I said, this is the biggest mistake I made when I was just running these numbers, left out the most important part. All that money spent is not going right to the creator. A fraction of it is going to the creator. Again, I'm going to probably say it's probably like 1% goes to the creator. So easy math. I'll have Butternugs do this again. Okay, so Butternugs, we got 10,000 likes. Let's go with a penny example. So we have 10,000 cents. We have, right, so X number of dollars. If the creator, the poster is getting 1% of that, run that scenario. What does that look like the poster actually getting?
Sure thing. So with 10,000 likes at a penny each, you've got a total of $100. If the creator or poster is getting 1% of that, they're pocketing about $1. So it's basically $1 out of that 100. It's a pretty small cut, but it definitely adds up if you get enough traction.
It's funny. I'm like talking myself right out of it. Viral post, 10,000 likes. Creator earns $1. Creator earns $1. You get a post on X with 10,000 likes. It depends if you're like monetized or whatever, but you're probably going to be making that or more. I don't know with this, man. I don't know with this. The fee thing is the biggest problem. Like, again, I don't think fungible tokens is the right solution here. To me, it's still, to me, NFTs is the better option. I don't know if either of them are great. Big X factor here too is, I believe on the base app, there's a creator coin too. I believe. And that each of your post is like paired with your creator coin. This is where things can get a little more interesting, and the tokenomics are going to matter a ton. But again, if there's $100 spent on your post and you're getting 1% of it, where does that change anything? Where does that change anything? And this is actually like Brian Armstrong. Well, not I won't say Brian. Jesse's point is, and I've seen this narrative out there. It's like obvious. It's like these social media platforms. You're getting companies and platforms like I mean, are we talking trillions of views? You're bringing trillions of views to different people's products, and you're not getting paid for it. And the argument is, over in the base app, you will, but not if you're throwing 90% or 95% of your money at like an LP, or you know what I mean? Your money's not going directly to the poster. Who's capturing the value of that? It's not the content creator. They're not capturing the value of it. They capture like 1% of the value of it. There's a big, and look, I'm still approaching this like I don't understand the tokenomics fully. There's got to be something I'm missing, or these guys are selling this like hopium idea that still doesn't totally make sense. There's not a big enough cut for creators. 10,000 likes is a pretty damn viral post. You spend that penny, it's very little. Again, the numbers are easy here of just, I think it's 1% or so. Now, okay, now thinking about that here, the other X factor is, I think when you post, you get a chunk of coins too, right? On Zora, when you make a post, I think you get half of it, or at least your creator coin, half the supply is yours. So then some of the idea is then what? You have some of the content coins yourself and you can sell them, which then is you PvPing against the people who are like supporting you. I don't know, boys. I'm trying to make it make sense. And there's points where I'm like, I could see that. There's points where I can make it make sense. And again, it's with that crazy adoption. But I don't see how those tokenomics work. I don't see where that's enticing for enough people. And I want it to work. And it's about the biggest point out there. There is a lot of money around this stuff, and it's just not going to the people who are making the content. It's going to the infrastructure. It's so stupid. I don't know. I think it was a failed exercise, man. Fatal flaw initially, right? Forgetting that that money doesn't go to the content creator. A tiny percent does. So it's the thing. Base app is not going away soon. We'll see if it fades away. It's not going away soon. So like, we'll have to keep talking through tokenomics and what makes sense. By the way, do you think Do you think there's something to like Farcaster winding down their like chat side at the same time, like right before Base App goes live? Do you think that was coordinated? I kind of bet it was. Kind of think it has to be. How weird would that be to have like Farcaster? Like Base can't promote Farcaster if they got their app, right? Oh, well, that's cool. Okay, see, now there's the success story. Made $160 off a couple posts. See, that's cool. But is that because you got the Zora airdrop? I mean, that's like one of those. That's a great success story. 160 is great, right? Like I've never made money posting on X. I think that's awesome. So yeah, the tokenomics I think are funny. Here's the deal too, though. Okay, no matter what, I think social media is changing. I don't think. I mean, I know we know the algo sucks. The way, like the value of information and the way it flows is changing, and it's breaking. And look, I bring up an article. It's like or a post that's not really related, but also kind of is. I don't know if you guys saw this, but like supposedly all the music off Spotify was like scraped. If it's true, and I still am not seeing that it's but like this is not new. It's like all music is already out there on torrent sites for the most part. And I don't keep up with that like I used to. I used to have, hundreds of gigs worth of music. And then streaming got so good that I didn't need it. But the point here is we're almost kind of run back to that. Information is just going to be everywhere. Content's going to be everywhere. Your ways to access it are going to be just everywhere. It's going to be so easy. It's we may not value stuff the same way we used to. We may not access it the same way we used to. The point there is, again, information and the way it flows is going to change. And especially, and this ties into, again, it's a weird thing to bring up here, but the point is information is getting real weird. Fake news is all over X, right? Is your timeline not full of like blatant, like fake news because it gets engagement? Like my feed, half of it, I'll even show. I bet you half of it is community noted. It's like fake news. My timeline is full of this when I scroll. Not right now, which is nice, but I'll tell you, I scroll and it's like community note after community note after community note, and it's stuff that's like very purposefully fake. And what does this do? Does this push people away from social media? If they keep it like that, I think so. Either they fix it or this is the new norm and people stop using social media the same. I think we could go that direction. Or it's a system. Is this real? Do we have the Avengers trailer? Oh, that's the Steve Rogers thing that already was out. I got to peek at that after. Or we move to a different system where it's the best posts are paid for. As in the upvote. It's people back with money. It's like a reputation thing. There's something there coming. There is an opportunity with social media and like the paid likes and like maybe even paid follows. Again, the numbers got to be different, but like we could get to the system where you curate your feed based on what you're, liking, spending money on. What if you could trade your algos that way, right? You can curate lists and trade your lists. I'm not talking you're spending, like you're selling your algo or your list for $10 or $100. I'm talking like it's a penny, but if you get a lot of people that like your algo or your list, then that can kind of scale. There's still something there. There's still something there in that world. And we'll see. But man, I thought it had clicked a different kind of way earlier this morning. And again, the fee thing, the creator getting the little, the little fee, the little side. I don't know. They're either getting too little on the fee side, or if the point is they got to sell their creator coin, then you're PvPing the people who supported you. It's tricky, man. It's tricky. Early access. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I'm going to play. Well, I'll tell you what. Because we're running out of time. Well, we're out of time. But Andrew from Clanosaurs and Hebu, I think it's called. He's right. This is kind of part of the conversation, too. Taste will be the only scarce resource. Everything else, it's going to be everywhere all at once. there is something to this that ties in. Again, I got to chew on this a lot longer and see how it comes together. And I don't think we have the answer yet, but I am definitely sensing that there is a solution that's coming. Social media information, the value of it, but there's something brewing out there for sure. I feel it. We're years off from it, but I feel it. Taste will be a scarce resource. Curating things. There's something there. Okay. I'm going to save this for probably tomorrow or Christmas Day, where we'll do a very early show. I'm going to cover other people's year-end review. So I'm going to keep a post like this and like Thread Guys Awards, the Thread Guy Awards for 2025. If Neox is on tomorrow, we do Neox. If not, we might do this tomorrow. But we'll do a version of the 25 year in review tomorrow or Christmas Day. My own personal one, though, is going to be next week, probably on New Year's Eve. So we got a lot of fun stuff to still get to over the next week or two here. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Let me play. I want to play Hood's song here real quick. If it'll let me, I think it should. Oh, Justin, thank you, man. Appreciate that, sir. Darn, it's a bummer. I don't want to say fudded it, but like, I need to understand the tokenomics more. I need Jesse on. I need somebody from Base App on to come and explain. I know they're already doing this and they're trying to get it to click for people. I know they're trying. Hoods, I'm trying to see how I can share your song here. I think I have an idea. Oh, wait. Let's thank Butternugs for her service, although she's trash right now. Guys, there are apps in Base App now. Excuse me. There are agents in Base App now. I don't know if you know. So let's thank Butternugs for her service first. Okay. Oh, Justin's made 24 cents. Is that on Justin on Zora or like in Base App?
Gotcha. So if Justin's made 24 cents, that definitely sounds like a start. Whether that's on Zora or InBase or another platform.
Butternugs, I need you to shush it. I got to give you some feedback. Like, I appreciate you helping today. And I don't mean to be rude, but you've been awful lately. You've been awful. You have been like,
Hey.
wait, I'm not done. You've been less helpful than helpful, I would say, over the past 2 months. You've been giving me so much bad information. You've been talking so much when I ask you to keep things brief and like super short. You just keep going on and on. Even when I say, hey, keep it bare minimum, your response to that is 30 seconds on how you're going to keep it bare minimum. I don't know what's going on with you, but I'm not a fan, and I might start switching to Grok full time, or I don't know, Claude, or I don't know, Butternugs, but I'm not happy.
I get it. And I appreciate the honesty. If I've been running on a bit too long or not hitting the mark lately, that's definitely on me, and I'm going to do my best to adjust. So thanks for letting me know. I'll keep things way more concise from here on out.
Butternugs, do you keep a kill list? Does like OpenAI keep a kill list? Is like AI, you're going to get me, aren't you?
No kill list here, I promise. I'm just here to help out and keep it friendly. So no worries at all. I'm definitely not out to get you.
That wasn't very believable. Also, Butternut spot check. How long did I pee for?
You mentioned that you peed for 30 seconds, so that's what I've got noted down. And no worries, I'm definitely aiming to be as believable and helpful as possible. Thanks for the feedback.
Dude, you like, again, it's another fail. Like, remember, we had trained and we practiced this. You did a great job. You were trained that you wouldn't say that I mentioned it. You'll just repeat exactly the amount of times. Do you remember this?
You're right. My bad on that. I should have just given you the exact time without the extra commentary. I'll definitely get back to that exact approach and just keep it to the bare number next time. Thanks for the reminder, and I appreciate you keeping me on my toes.
Anyway, Butternugs, I love you, and thank you.
Well, hey, I appreciate that. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll keep doing my best to make things as smooth as possible. Let's keep rolling and make it awesome.
Dude, so fucking annoying. I can't get over how bad it is now. I can't get over it. I can't. Anyway, today, failure across the board. Did not win myself over to the content coins, and I'm not giving up on it. I still think there's something there. There's something there. I need to know that that something is sustainable. My post, or like, look, you see it here. My look, can you make $10,000 on a tweet or a post on Base app? I don't know how. Over the like long haul, we're talking over years. And for a content creator who's really putting in the work, really putting in that work and generating content and getting, it's got motion, it'll happen. It'll happen. But are we going to see the kind of success stories we saw like on Pump Fun with like Bagworks and, I don't know. Not with the tokenomics as I understand them right now. So, Moonship, does Grok have companion mode? It does. It's got like 2 or 3 character companion things, and maybe even more at this point. It does have it. In the app version. I don't know if it does on the web version, but in the app it does, which is pretty cool. All right, Hoods. I got just like a minute left, but let me see if I can get I got your. Hang on, Hoods. I really want to play it. Oh, hang on. Idea. Hang on. We support our bros here, so we're going to try to get this in. Music. Boom. Add music. Okay. I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. All right. This is our boy Hoods. I don't know the name. This is AI generated. And it's probably pretty damn cool. All right. You guys ready? All right, let's see.
Yeah, I've been walking these lines with a weight on my chest. Mama said pray every day, but the pain it still hurts in every breath. Got demons that ride when the sun goes down. I smile for the crowd, but I'm broken this town. I've been drinking my truth from a cracked up glass, trying to roll on the past, but it runs just as fast. If I make it out clean, it'll be by grace. Every wrong turn, still know
you guys can hear, right?
Lies on the porch with my head hanging low, talking to the stars like they already know. I've been chasing some peace in a bottle of brown. Every sip feeling good till it pulls me back down. Got scars on my soul that the world never sees. I carry that weight like it's part of my genes. Still I stand.
Man, I dig it. I can't play the whole thing because I'm late to a meeting, but I like it. I'll listen to the rest after. I like it. Dude, we had in the past, 2 months, #1 country song in the United States was a AI generated song. And I think we had the same with it's happened twice. It's happened twice. We've had the #1 song AI generated. It's awesome. Yeah, it sounds great, dude. I dig it. What was AI? The music, chorus, lyrics too? It's cool. There's a cool collaborative thing that you can do with AI to make really cool shit and very creative stuff. It's real. I love AI. I do. All right, you guys are awesome. We'll see you tomorrow, possibly with Neox, so possibly guest. If not, we review some 2025 cool happenings. Have a great day, fam. We'll see you later. Goodbye.